The global real estate market has a massive scaling problem: geography. Every transaction is throttled by the physical distance between buyer, seller, and property, costing immense amounts of time and capital to bridge. Standard industry solutions rely on static 360-degree virtual tours, but these are passive experiences. They don't allow buyers to ask real-time questions, and they lack the tools required for franchise owners to execute remote compliance verifications. This architecture diagram illustrates a shift in methodology. On the left, we see the tangled bottleneck of physical travel. On the right, the Kemedar Twin ecosystem replaces that travel with a centralized telemetry and spatial mapping platform. This engine relies on three interlocking systems: asynchronous virtual tours, synchronous live tours, and remote verification. These three pillars feed into one another, creating a continuous cycle where interactive browsing generates high-intent engagement, which in turn drives systemic trust. By anchoring these three distinct modes to a single architecture, the platform digitizes the trust-building process itself. It removes the physical travel requirement, allowing transaction velocity to scale without geographic friction. To make this system work, disparate data, like static images, live chat logs, and compliance checklists, must route back to a single authoritative anchor. This architecture chart shows every JSON model bound to a central property ID. The virtual tour block stores asynchronous 360-degree scenes. The live tour session model handles synchronous events, like peak participants. The chat message model preserves transient interactions as structured metadata. Because these tables share a relational schema, a static navigation hotspot and a live question asked weeks later inform the exact same digital asset. This unified relational schema generates a holistic, queryable record for every property, rather than a disconnected repository of media files. Populating that database starts at the edge of the network, using the seller's mobile device. Step 1 of the capture pipeline dynamically generates a custom shot list based on the property layout. Next, an AI vision lens performs real-time validation, flagging blurred images. This edge quality control is mandatory, ensuring algorithmic stitching models in Step 3 assemble the rooms correctly. The deployed interface stitches raw photos into a 360-degree environment with embedded navigation hotspots. The AI also extracts physical dimensions to generate a 3D floor plan overlay, helping remote buyers understand the exact spatial layout. Strict edge computed validation transforms an unstructured photo dump into a precise, spatially aware environment that buyers can navigate from another continent. That handles asynchronous exploration. The next requirement is live synchronous telemetry. The platform supports enterprise-grade streaming, allowing a single host to broadcast a live walkthrough to up to 50 concurrent buyers. Managing many viewers requires heavy UI triaging. This live session dashboard separates casual chat from the actionable Q&A stream. This allows the host to verbally answer high-value questions while the system simultaneously logs them as answered metadata back into the session record. To bridge the distance between the host and the audience, the system uses bidirectional spatial syncing. Notice this orange highlight circle appearing simultaneously on both the host's mobile screen and the buyer's desktop. When the host taps a specific architectural detail, like a door handle or cabinet finish, 50 remote viewers instantly see their attention directed to that exact point. Intentional UI triaging and spatial syncing convert chaotic live video streams into organized, actionable real estate data. The final structural requirement is verification. The platform must establish absolute trust in a listing without dispatching an inspector for a physical site visit. Franchise owners bypass this geographic friction by joining scheduled live tours with elevated role permissions that grant them specialized compliance tools. This franchise owner verification console features a structured checklist to execute compliance checks during the live walkthrough. The owner uses the Compare with Listing Photos tool to capture immutable screenshots of the live feed, appending them directly to the property's permanent trust record. Once a live tour concludes, the system automatically packages the raw session telemetry and passes it through an integration with the Claude LLM API. This post-tour AI session summary extracts top chat questions and calculates a buyer interest level score based on sentiment and view duration. Finally, it distills this analysis into a concrete lead sheet, giving the host suggested follow-up actions to close the deal. This architectural flow automates the extraction of human intent and verified compliance from raw video feeds. The completed lifecycle takes an asset from guided mobile capture to a unified AI-analyzed digital twin. Looking at the broader ecosystem map, this structured data isn't isolated. The Kemedar Twin node feeds its spatial and behavioral telemetry directly back into the centralized ThinkDar AI model. This multi-stakeholder value matrix shows how the unified model generates distinct value. Buyers regain their time, sellers reach massive audiences simultaneously, and the platform achieves scalable verification without deploying field agents. Because these live tours are recorded and archived, they create compounding value, driving evergreen search traffic and viral sharing long after the live stream ends. The Kemedar Twin architecture succeeds by converting unstructured human interactions into structured, queryable database assets. For modern prop-tech platforms to scale transaction velocity, they must permanently eliminate the physical distance bottleneck. This architectural blueprint is the requirement to make that possible.